Hi everyone, Enos here with a walkthrough of my latest mini album. This album I've called Wild and Free Romance, and you will see why I called it that as we go through the book. This project is one of Rosa Kelly's 1 Hour to Craft projects, episode 5, and it is made with one of her monthly mini collections. The collection is also called Wild and Free, and you can find that collection on her website, which I will put a link in the box below, so you can go there if you want to purchase this collection, or if you want to look at any of her other collections, and they're all lovely. You're absolutely going to fall in love with this paper if you like romantic or vintage papers. The book itself is a 6.5 by 6.5 inch book. The cover features a piece of the design paper, and there are several layers on here. We have chipboard with a piece of the cardstock here with the polka dots, a piece of burlap that I got from my stash, and I just pulled a few threads out of it to give it a different kind of a raggedy look. And then the cut apart of the woman here is also back with chipboard to give it all some layering. And the flowers here come with the collection, and I believe they're from Crafty City, but I don't have the exact name. They just come in the kit together with the paper. And Rosa suggested using jute twine throughout the book, which I did, and I think that was, it is just the perfect addition to add to the vintagey look of the book. So if you look at the spine here, you'll see I have this beautiful rose cut apart here, and I just rounded off the corners and backed it with some chipboard for volume. And then we have this polka dot paper here that's also part of the collection. And then the back has this beautiful vintage rose pattern. Absolutely lovely. Just really love this paper collection. So if we go inside the album, you'll see my page 1 here. There are no features on the page other than some flowers here, and the flowers come from Little Birdie Craft, and they are called Nora Shabby Chic. 6 pieces come in a package, and the item number is CR83092 if you're interested in these flowers. Really, really pretty flowers with the juke bows, so it matched this paper collection with the juke ties in the book just perfectly. And if you want to get a close-up look at this paper, it is just so lovely. I mean, really, if you like romantic or vintage, you're going to love this paper collection. Okay, so here we have our page 1, and it is tied together with or closed up together with the jute twine. Open that up, and we have an accordion fold, photo mats. You can open them this way, that way. So lots of places here for pictures. I don't plan to put any pictures here because I like the paper too much, but you could put pictures here as well if you wanted to. Then I made my photo inserts. You'll see here I have some little tabs sticking out. Just cut some cardstock to fit the space. Added some scraps from the paper collection, front and back. And then I used my Cricut machine to cut out the tabs and a couple of scrap pieces of the paper. Just glued it all together to make a nice little card to fit inside the pockets. Very nice. Then on the next page, this one says, "And then I found you." Now this album and the sayings in it, the paper, everything is very romantic. So I just think the little wording throughout the book, they're just perfect. It's just such a sweet, sweet book. So we open up the tie here, and I do have a cut apart here, backed on some cardstock and on some chipboard for volume. Then you open this up, and we have a couple of pages here for photos. So this book might be small, but it's got room for lots of pictures. Lots of pictures. Then you open it up to this page, and I created a little pocket here, scrap paper and some cardstock. Then I took some of the cut aparts, backed them on the black cardstock. Just breathe and have faith that everything will work out the best. And I really like this bird paper, really pretty paper. And I think one of these is actually a booklet. I made a little booklet out of it. There we go. A little extra photo space. Tuck those back in there, and We have this beautiful rose paper, which is the same paper that's on the back of the book. It's just so pretty. Close that up. And then on this side, we have another tie closure. We'll open that up, and this postcard on here says Let's Be Wild. This set, by the way, came with several postcards, and you'll see some of those postcards throughout the book. I think this was a postcard. This is a postcard. Yeah, so far those are two of the postcards. Let's Be Wild. You open that up, and you have more space for photos. And then I just added a piece of scrap paper here just to decorate the page a little bit. Then you open up this, and we have a belly band, which I added there, backed it with some of the black cardstock. Then I used some of the design paper and created several photo mats. Really, really pretty paper. Tuck that back in there. And then plenty of space here for more photos, or I don't know, maybe you want to create a little pocket yourself on here, you know, to tuck some things in, or attach some journaling cards or something on there. Once again, we have a tuck spot here with the pull apart, and this one I have put a piece of the scrap paper on there, and this one's got a pretty little butterfly. Again, I made the tab in my Cricut machine, and on this side we have another cut apart, and it says Let's Get Lost Together. Put that back in there, and the next page is simply a pocket with one of the postcards, and it says You Plus Me. And here is a stack of many of the postcards that were left over. And I just used my punch and rounded off the corners just because I like postcards with rounded corners. Tied it together as a little bundle with some twine, which I think kind of goes with the rest of the book. Since this page didn't need a closure, this kind of mimics that closure. Put that there, and then this is a really fun page. I think it's very cute. Open up the twine closure, and we have a cut apart of the woman that's featured in this collection, which is also on the front here. And she is on the cover of this little booklet. So you have room to put four pictures just alone in this little booklet. Then you open that up, and I added a little cut apart here and made a tuck spot. Just took a scrap piece and put it on black cardstock. You can put notes or put a little picture on the back. Tuck that in there. This is another one of the postcards, and this little postcard says To My Love. Then you open this up, and you have plenty of space for more pictures. I told you this album is small, but it's got a lot of space for pictures in it. You can even put a picture here too, or attach something else if you wanted to. So close that up. Then we have another pull-out, and this pull-out has a little scrap on it that says Little Notes, and on this side just a piece of scrap paper to decorate the page a little bit. Tuck that back in there. And this page is a waterfall. Open that one up, and here we have another one of the postcards with the rounded off corners and waterfall. And then I just took a scrap piece, cut it into pieces, and then glued little strips on so it looks like a continuation. When it's closed, it looks like it just continues everything along the line there. So just a little waterfall for several pictures. And then here's another one of the postcards, and you open that up and you have room for another picture here. And then I added a piece of the paper in here with trim because this page wasn't big enough to fit, and I think that looks really good on there. Lots of space for pictures. And then the back cover, I just put a piece of the cardstock on here, the design paper, a scrap, and I made a little corner pocket. And then I took a bunch of the cut aparts and literally just cut them apart and tucked them in the pocket. This one says, And Then We Found Each Other. This one says, Our Adventures. You Plus Me. And this one looks like a library card from an old book. Really, really cute. And that concludes the walkthrough of my Wild and Free Romance mini album. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. and that you will come back again and see me when I have my next album or craft project posted. Thank you, and I'll see you again. Bye.